To NRL Season 1 in Austria GP. I am joined in the commentary booth with Sandra. Sandra, would you like to introduce yourself, Matt?
Hello, lady.
Good lady, jeez. This is the first time me doing comms for NRL. Oh, as you guys may know me as Nexus Clone, part of the Nexus esports team. We will get on board with qualifying right now as there is a Renault leaving on track.
XER, not part of the Nexus esports team.
Just get everything ready. Nexus Lotus is currently the first one out on track in the Renault. Give me 2 seconds, mate. And we are going... Oh no, I don't want to do it there. As he is warming his tyres on the softs, which is the hardest tyre compound. So he's going to get a banker lap and pin, at least.
So, Jared,
yes,
who do we expect to get pole? Any idea? I have no idea.
Neither do I, because this is our first time, but we can give a few guesses, of course. I believe... let's see who we're going to go for. Nexus Pursuit first, Jamie Morris second, and Nexus Voodoo third. You know what, let's get one of my main mates in this lobby, Nexus Dynamic, for fourth.
Alright, so you guessed top 4 then?
Yeah.
Alright, so my guess.
Ooh, Lotus runs wide there into the hairpin.
I'm putting my beliefs into Jorge, aka Little Piece. I think he will win. So I'm putting him on pole, I'm putting Cushion in second.
As Wayne is currently on the super soft sides in the Williams, so he's going for a quick lap.
I'm putting Lotus and Jack Fox in third and fourth.
Ah. As we can see, Wayne is in ERS mode 5. Absolutely flying through this left flat out under. Oh, runs a bit wide, it could be invited. However, there's yellows in sector 3, and I believe that is Nexus Voodoo. No, it's not. It is actually Ryan. Ryan has made a mistake and gets out of the way of Wayne, as Wayne comes on the final 2 corners. On the final corner now, stays in 5th gear, a bit of a mistake, that is definitely an invalidation. However, there is a Sauber behind. And Wayne sets a 105 flat, Archie sets a 105 flat on the Ultra Softs. Pretty good lap.
Flat, I'm telling you, that's not going to be high, that's not going to be low enough to take pole.
No, especially if James has set a 166 on softs.
We have Nexus Jack Fox going through the last corner now. He's soft and he's going to be doing a 166.
166, quicker than James. James finally got some competition against himself, against another Nexus member.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm going to give this battle to Jack.
Jack? You know, I'm going to give him Jack. You know, he's consistent. You know, I've raced with him in the esports. He was quite quick. As Nexus Voodoo sets a 149. I've got to say though, the top 2 over a second. Yeah, over a second in 3rd place. As
yeah, but you see, right there is something that's called experience, and you see the guys on soft tires. Those are the experienced guys, because they know that you shouldn't start on ultras, you shouldn't start on supers, so they're going for softs right now and they're going to go for supers at the end.
As we'll go on board with Graham right now, who is in the Merc. Beautiful looking car. He's about to finish his lap on the final 2 corners. He is on the ultras.
Get that Jack Fox with a 105.7 on the softs.
What a lap from Jack. And Graham sets a 157 on ultras, just behind Jack, but actually Jack is actually the fastest soft runner. Michael is the fastest super soft runner in 4th in the Red Bull.
Williams also improved, went down to 0.63, but
ninth.
Tenths off Jack. Ocean has done a 1.61 on the softs, so he's 4 tenths behind, although he might be going for another lap.
Well, I'm currently on board with Nexus Cats right now, who is on a lap on Supers. I think he could get a 1.55 possibly. Let's see how nice and tidy is. Oh, that could be invalid. Let's see what lap time he sets. It is 4th, a 1.54, so I wasn't that far off actually. Nice lap from there from Nexus.
If you can excuse me for a small moment, as
okay, man.
Ocean is improving on his soft lap right now.
As I'll go on board with him. He has got traffic ahead of him, however. Hopefully that traffic gets a Force India gets out of the way. This isn't going to be good for him, especially with that dirty air. That dirty air will now start to kick in. That Force India, unless he's on a lap, needs to get out of the way if he's not. Gotta say though, Osmic is a very talented driver. He's in PSGL F6 and he's been doing very well. Starting to catch up with Leroy, as Lee Kelly's Nexus Lee, I think he has his account as the McLaren driver comes around. Oh, actually no, goes into the pit, so I believe his lap was infected, and it was actually James who was not on a lap, so he was holding him up. That isn't good. As we'll go on board with who's ahead. We'll go on board with Nexus Lotus, who is about to finish. Oh, sorry, no, he ain't even on a lap. As we'll go on sidecar 19. Currently hasn't set up, however he is on the soft tyres and he's still pushing. There's only 11 minutes left.
So I'm guessing you're talking about Lotus then?
No, I am talking about sidecar. Lotus is about to start a lap. Yeah, sidecar's about to finish the lap.
He's in the last sector now. Let's see if he takes this corner as he should do. It really doesn't look like he takes enough curve there.
However, he's the only one I've seen who's took it in the right gear though, and he set to 1.68 on softs. As Lotus actually what with set 1.69, but I don't believe that was competitive when he was on 0 ERS. As Sondre has left the session, he's lagged out of the party as well. Any guys who are in the pits who have got Sondre on their friends list, if you could send him an invite, please. As I am now going to go on board with George Roberts, who is on a lap right now. His fastest on which is a 1.72. Don't believe that is a competitive lap time, but if it is, he's probably just getting used to the car. The Williams is a pain to drive. Gotta say though, it's been a very good drive from all the Nexus drivers and everybody else in this league. Getting out of people's way quite well. No crashes, no retirements yet, so it's been good. Robert is about to finish his lap. Goes in the right gear, another driver who's gone in the right gear. However, there is yellows in sector 3, I believe that's drivers trying to hold up. As not an improvement, so George Roberts is having a bit of a problem with that Williams. As hopefully my co-commentator can make it back. If he can, I may have to go like off the mic for a few minutes, but I will not do that. I'll do that after the race, hopefully. As we'll go on board with who's on a lap. Let's go on board with Archie. I believe he's on a lap right now. No, he's not. He will be coming in the pits. What about Ryan? Ryan is on a lap. Is improving, but he's on 4 laps ultras. Wow. Do you know what? Let's go on Cooper, Nexus Pursuit. Round about my pace, this guy is. Got a lot of talent. Just got to keep a cool head, and he'll do fine, I believe, today. He was very unlucky in the esports races, saying that so was I. As Nexus Pursuit, as Cooper goes in 4th place, faster than Nexus Cats. Quite faster, actually. Cooper set a 5 flat, and Nexus Cats sets a 5.4. As Sondre did rejoin and left again. Oh, he's back. I'm just going to text Jack, mate, if... Oh, I can't even talk to him because of his internet. we'll go. Who should we go on board with? You know, I can give James a bit of screen time. Let's go on board with James. He's currently, apparently, he's 3/10 up, but he hasn't passed the first sector yet. Which he is now, and he's not up on his time at the moment. Sorry if that black screen keeps popping up. My notifications are off, but for some reason it's saying he's here. I think I can hear Sandro now.
You should be hearing me now. Yeah.
I can hear him. So if any Nexus driver or anyone in the party can lobby him in, can send him an invite. So James, if that is possible, or anyone.
I have invite.
Oh, you have invite. All right, that's even better. So my co-commentator will be here. Sandro, mate, could you do a bit of comms dead quick for the final 7 minutes and tell me who to spectate, and you just run over the laps while I've just got to make a quick phone call? I'll be like 4 minute stops. Alright, cheers.
It's gonna be some boring comms then, considering I won't be able to switch drivers.
Oh, you tell me who to go on to, and then I'll switch. I can do that, I just can't talk.
Alright, fair enough.
Oh, as James has done a bottle in the hairpin. He has spun it. As I am back, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. Someone was ringing me. As Little Piece, as Correa has set a 1.64 on soft tyres. Is promoted in 40th. There was a Renault who was off track. As Cooper on the super soft sets a 1.4.8, faster than the two Ultras in the Ferrari. So it's not going to be a Ferrari lockout. As I do believe there was a driver who left the session. I don't know who that was. Unfortunately, my co-commentator lagged out again. However, he is back in the lobby, but he's not back in the party yet. So hopefully that can be fixed. It's currently Archie is currently, well, I don't believe is on a lap since the amount of ERS he's got left. Nope, he's not. No, Ferrari drivers are not on a lap. Let's go on board with, who should we go on board? Oh, Sundry, I believe, is back. Let's go on board. Actually, who's in front? Jamie Morris is about to finish his lap, but he's messed it up in the last corner. He's going to get ready for his lap again. However, AVL and YK, I believe this is a guy called Stoke, is currently a 16.3 in Sector 1, which is roughly what everybody else is doing, as Sandra is back in the party. You having a bit of connection troubles, Matt?
Not really connection troubles, but my dad just bought a new TV, and for some odd reason he's keep taking the internet because he has some trouble with the TV. I don't know, but
Right.
I'm back in now. I don't know for how long. Hopefully for.
Oh, he's probably got one of those smart TVs what connect to the internet. That's probably why. As currently Stoke is flying right now.
It's a problem with I can't remember what it's called. So you actually have.
Stoke's about to finish his lap. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. As there is one comment, I don't know who that is from. Stoke goes 158, I believe that is his name, unless I have said it wrong. If I did, I apologise. As we will go back on board with Jamie Morris. He's flying right now, goes straight to mode 4. I believe now this will be his lap. He said a 178 on Supers, but I believe this lap is now his final attempt, so we will stay on board with him. I do know him from PSGL, he had a rough season there, and he's now knuckled down, relaxed, and starting to get his head in the game. And he's been doing quite well, I've been hearing, so let's see how he goes.
Alright, well.
Nice and tight through this section. He's still in the RS mode 4, coming on the fast left-hander. Oh, there's a Ferrari in the way. Now the next left-hander. Nice and tidy through there, nice and flat, straight with 6th gear, approaching now the final 2 corners, going over 190 miles an hour. Almost 200 down there, goes 6th gear in that turn, nice and tidy through the final corner, takes it nice and tidy, doesn't go over the curb, is about to finish his lap, but he gives up on his attempt. I believe that was a mistake from Jamie. That was a huge mistake from Jamie if he wanted to do a good lap.
Well, it was not as good as you could expect.
Unfortunately, George Roberts has now retired in 12th.
I think the last driver out on track who will try to start on the Supers will be Little Piece as he's coming to the line.
Okay, we'll go on board with him in a second, as I am on board with James currently, who's finished that. Oh, that may be exceeding track limits. We will find out. Yeah, no, it wasn't. I don't know. He's now run out of ERS. He's going max speed, promotes him to P2, a 1.4.8. As now we will go on board with Little Pierce, who is currently in 16th as Archie has retired. Has called it a day for quali. So is James. James is retired on track, I believe.
Stack will look nice and tidy.
Well, if you would like to go on board with Korea.
Might have gotten a little switch through from the Ferrari 2, which could be a good thing. He's trapped in the dirty air of that Ferrari in this sector, which you really don't want to be doing that. As he goes into this left-hander, doesn't really hit the apex. Might have lost his back end a little.
Oh, someone's been disqualified.
The 2 last corner now. As he goes down to 5th, should have been in 6th.
Oh, there is a Red Bull. Oh, that's the one what's got. And the Ferrari Smart gets out of the way. P8 on Supers, the fastest Supers lap, I believe. However, though, we have to go on board. Oh, actually, hang on. Cooper is the last one to do a lap, who is on a good lap right now. However, Michael has been disqualified, apparently driving the wrong way. I did see his car on the final corner. As Cooper has called it a day since he knows no one's going to beat his lap, and that is your pole sitter.
But on the wrong tyres.
Yeah, not the best tyre choice, but you know, you never know, it could be raining in the race.
Well, obviously it could, we don't know that. But from what I can see so far, Little Piece down in 8th on those Supers, although, oh wait a minute. Is Texas Pursuit?
Yeah, Cooper is on Supers. That is a brilliant lap.
Oh, well then he's in the perfect position for this win.
Ah, so he was being smart.
5th on Supers, also in a good position right now, and Little Piece down in 8th is.
So your top 3 are Cooper, James and Ryan. McLaren, Force India and Ferrari. Ferrari and McLaren have a good history in F1.
I'm telling you, most of those guys on ultra soft tires will struggle in the race.
They may struggle in the race, but they may mug Cooper off at the start with fresh tyres. They'll be quick for the first few laps, but then they will go off. Funny thing is, I won my first PSGL F6 race round here, and the Ultras weren't the best tyre to go on.
Totally undeserved.
I do agree. It was undeserved at the start, but I did do an amazing strategy with the inters near the end. So
not just that, but I couldn't be there either. So
yeah,
we all know I would have won. I would have either won or bottled it.
I believe you would bottle it, my friend. As we are about to go on a formation lap. As Cooper leads formation lap. However, that James is very handy to get the formation lap going, as he tried to pass Cooper on the start.
Look at this. Everyone outside of the top 10 is opting to start on the supers, which for me is ridiculous. I would have started on the softs.
Yeah, but if they know what the weather's going to be like near the end, which we do not know, it could rain, so that's probably why they're going supers.
Well, I don't think it's going to rain anymore, considering the guys outside of the top 10 chose supers.
As George Robertson, Lotus are being disqualified in the formation lap.
There's never a formation lap without a few disqualifications.
Yeah. So is Jamie Morris. However, this person got disqualified in quali. It's Michael, so he has got a lot of work to do. He was 4th, I believe, in quali. So if he wants to get that position back from Voodoo, he is going to have to do a Jensen Button from Canada. But Jensen Button won the race. You never know. Michael could win this race. But we'll see what the guy's got. However, there is a Sauber spinning. And that is correct. I think the two Saubers collided, I believe. So we'll go on board with our leader.
That's not good. You don't want to start on old supers with the guys around you on ultras.
I wonder what is going through Cooper's head right now.
What do you think? Top 3, Jared?
Top 3. I'm going to have to give it Cooper first. I think he's going to win it. His teammate in 2nd. Since he's also on the supers and he's quicker than 4th, 3rd and 2nd, no offence to the driver, since he did it on supers. And I'm going to have to give it to Correa in 8th to be 3rd. I think he's got a nice chance. Sidecar has got a spoiler, but I am not going to ruin it for anybody in the stream. Don't want to ruin it for Sondre. So Sondre, you'll find out a spoiler. Well, you won't find out, you'll notice the spoiler in a few laps. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, hang on, Sidecar gets an excellent start in 5th. Both Ferraris are struggling. Oh, look at that Sauer. Who is that? That was Archie, had a nice run, and the best driver of all who had the best start, I believe, was Cooper on those supers tyres.
He really got away there. Although look at this, there are.
Oh, there's huge battles. There's Hasses, Renaults, Mercs, Ferraris. Oh, look at the Ferrari. Pushes off. Oh, McLaren.
No.
Oh, just saved it. As Cooper's team is battling with a Sauber right now. Oh, the Sauber makes a lunge. The Sauber makes a lunge. That was Archie. No. How all those drivers dodged Archie there. That was very dangerous there from Archie.
Yeah, that was not the move I would have.
Well, hang on a minute. Correa's dropped to 14th right now, and is now getting attacked by Jamie Morris. Jamie Morris. Oh, bad camera angle there. Jamie Morris is struggling right now against Correa. Who's going to win this battle? Torosso or Sauber right now?
Oh, it's the Sauber out on top. Jamie trying it on the inside there.
Both Williamses are back of the wind. Actually, hang on. Wayne is not even in the session, I believe. We're back to the front. James is on gaining on Cooper.
The Ferrari driver on Ocean. Ocean will not be able to keep this driver behind him.
I'm sorry to say, mate, but there's actually a better battle behind with Sidecar, Graham, and Archie, Jack, and Stoke, I believe. Yeah, there's a huge battle for 6th place right now.
God, how can they be so close together? think about the next track, where next lap when they actually have DRS2. I would not want to be the driver ahead.
Psycho is doing excellent with his defending right now. Oh, he has to be careful there, Graham. Has to be very careful from desync there. That could have been desync because it was close enough. Jamie Morris and Carrera are still battling behind in 14th. However, they're now getting bored with this huge battle for 6th. So from 16th to 6th, they're having a huge battle right now. As Michael from last has already moved from 10th. As Cooper now sets the fast start on the supers. Oh, sorry, his teammate does with 186. So both McLarens are on form. But I will have to go on board with James. He's getting attacked by Voodoo.
Slipstream party into the second corner.
Yeah, absolutely slipstream right now.
Ooh, and I see a move by the Red Bull. It was actually from the Sauber on the Red Bull.
Oh yeah, Nexus Lotus has dropped 2 positions, I believe. Michael and Archie are in combat right now. Oh!
And we see the Red Bull and Sauber in the third corner.
Oh, Michael! Oh, there's contact! Oh, there's huge contact! Correa has lost a lot of damage to his own teammate. Oh, both Saubers are having a bad look. However, there was a contact between Michael and Lotus. Nexus Lotus is out! I believe Nexus Lotus has crashed, and that was with Jamie Morris, I believe. So there's been a bit of controversy there. George Roberts must be loving this. I can't even speak because action's going that quickly. Yeah, there's been 3 crashes already. Lotus, Archie, and a bit of damage on Correa, and a bit of damage on Jamie Morris and Michael. That was a lot of contact there. However, Cooper has finally been overtaken by James. But Cooper won't have it. He has to keep a cool head. I know what Cooper's like. When he gets past, he's furious. He's a man on a mission. So in James, he is the boss round here. However, James is not giving up. James is learning a lot of talent from other drivers from other leagues. However, James is not ready for this kind of pace. Not yet. He has got the potential for this pace, even faster than Cooper. But James is all over Cooper right now. 4-car battle for the lead. Sanjay, what you've got to say something about James's pace. He's absolutely flying, even though he is on the quicker tyres. Those tyres should be overheating. Oh, James has almost made a mistake.
And while I say it,
you've got the bottle in your voice, my friend. You almost bottled James.
Just bottled it straight away then.
Always.
Yeah, now James is showing good pace.
Oh, what a move from Awesome C.
It's nothing but what
oh, George Roberts has cut the corner.
Ooh, massively. But yeah, the 2 McLaren drivers really look good for one.
Oh, George Roberts has crashed into the pits. And that is game over for him. And
James going for the move on Ocean. Can he make it stick? We're going to be side by side into this.
James doing the switchback, almost a bit of desync. However, James makes a mistake himself there. However, Ryan is going to pick up the pieces and says thank you very much on the inside line.
On that, this is going to end in a crash in the second to last corner.
However, if you look at James's left rear, it looks like who's had a crash?
No crash in the second to last corner between these 2. But look at
back
this,
to the front though.
Voodoo is challenging
right on the outside
right now.
I know what these drivers on the Ultras are doing. They're going to go Ultras to softs, I believe. However, Cooper isn't giving up. Cooper is a man on a mission. He wants first. However, his teammate is getting hungry. He's now starting to be a factor. Oh, I've got a perfect camera angle from Voodoo. Now trying to switch back. Doesn't work out.
Cooper shouldn't really be challenged this much by the Ultrasoft runners now. They should start to fade off. It's not actually looking like it right now.
Well, I remember the tyres were a problem on the Ultras, but since we had that kind of a patch for the tyre wear thing, However, I think it's still a huge problem. So, have a look at Voodoo right on Cooper's tail. It's James Hunt versus Niki Lauda all over again. McLaren versus Ferrari. Around the outside they go. I'm getting excellent camera views.
Voodoo does a Ricky mistake.
Oh, Cooper has retired in... Not Cooper, Stork has retired in 14th.
Pressured Cooper into a mistake in the first corner and picked up the pieces.
Let's see where he crashed out.
Kinda exposed to Russian too.
I don't see where Stork has crashed out.
No idea.
I believe he may have actually crashed out in the pits. However, I will go back on board with Voodoo, as Voodoo is making a move on Cooper.
Trying to move down to turn 3.
Oh, I know what Cooper's doing. I believe I know what Cooper's doing.
Yeah, he's backing him up into his teammate.
Same tactic what me and Frunky, Paco Suarez, did to Thomas Scott.
Just better.
Amazing strategy, I believe, but it could also ruin Cooper's chance because his teammate is now getting in. They're both on the same tyres, so will they fight when Voodoo pits? James is currently 4th, struggling. He's got a huge set of cars behind him from 9th to his position. Absolutely battling. As Jack has lost the position to Michael, I believe. Voodoo is still on the tail of James.
Well, I'm telling you, what Cooper does right now is exactly what.
Oh wow, man! There's yellows in sector 1. It's James. James has done what he did in quali. He did another bottle in the hairpin. Those tyres are dead, my friend. You will need to go into the pits and go better tyres. Go on.
It's a bottle.
I do agree, but I do admit James doesn't like this track, I believe. So he will have to pit. He's really struggling. I do admit it is an excuse. However, you do sometimes use that as an excuse for certain races, my friend. As currently Jack is now being dropped to 9th. He's also spun on a set of supers. Oh, I cannot believe I just saw that. Jack has just killed James. Jack has just killed James. James is going to be furious. Jack, I'm sorry, my friend, but you were out of order trying to re-enter on track there. You've now just... Yep, James is furious. I can tell.
And it's a bottle.
I don't agree with that, my friend.
Well, it was a bottle from the beginning of.
Oh yeah, I do admit Jack did spin.
Bottle in the end there, but like.
Oh, actually, hang on.
It's still a bottle.
While we've been talking about that, Voodoo is now gone to 3rd. As unfortunately for Thomas, he's joined at the wrong time.
Yeah, he's about 10.
Yeah, Voodoo's tyres are dead. However, there's a battle between 2 McLaren.
Telling you, this battle between the McLarens, if they decide to actually battle, it's gonna end up with Ocean on top.
As I am now back, sorry about that. As Osman MC has passed Cooper.
It actually goes past. Cooper tries to get a better exit, but doesn't really. With Ocean having the DRS. Yeah,
the McLarens are in combat. This reminds me of Button and Lewis Hamilton.
Oh.
These McLarens are getting really too close. If they want to make this a team effort, they might as well let the quicker driver go ahead if they want to do well in the constructors.
Well, you know, my opinion, if I were in the McLarens and we want to pull away from everybody else, then don't battle, just pull each other along with the DRS zones.
Oh, as Osman MC is pitted, I know what he's done. He's give Cooper DRS on the final straight. So this is good for Cooper if he wants to get a big enough gap from his teammate. Let's see what the tyres the McLaren does put on now. We're getting a terrible engine. Sound. He's going on another set of supers, I believe. No, he's going on a set of ultras. Wow. Don't know if that was a mistake, because I do believe the ultras aren't the best if there is rain. Because it's now getting cloudy as Jamie Morris is now currently in 3rd place. However, he was involved in an incident that started. I don't know if that will be investigated. That is up to Cooper and Jack to look at, and if any drivers investigate that incident. However, we'll look on board with the battle for 6th already. Those tyres for Cooper's teammate is already on fire and has already passed Correa with ease, who hasn't even pitted yet. Oh, there is another battle on track with Sidecar Jack and Brock Hard. Almost a second between each car. Well, Brock Hart's 1.1 from Jack, so there's only 2 cars now battling, a Renault and a Haas. I'm gonna have just noticed Graham is also out of this race. That is unfortunate from him.
Sorry about that, but I am back.
So,
and Cooper still staying out, I see. Jamie and Michael both moved up 14 positions in the race now.
Yeah, and currently this is the only battle between Jack and Sidecar right now, as Ryan has just set the fastest lap. I believe that was a 1:76 on Ultras though. It is on Ultras. As Jack is now starting to reel in the Renault driver, who's currently outpacing Nexus Lotus, and currently Nexus Lotus was involved with an incident the first few laps, and it was with Jamie Moss as Voodoo finally pits on his Ultras. And with that, the Jack Fox and Sidecar battle get close. What tyres is Voodoo going on a set of softs? So I'll go back on board with Jack, who is currently right behind Sidecar right now. 6/10 is in DRS range. This is where DRS range is key. Is Jack going to get ahead of the next driver? He's going to get ahead of his own teammate, I believe. Yes, he does. He gets ahead of Brockhard, who now just comes around the final corner. As Jack's teammate is now exiting the pits. Ryan, oh, this is going to be close. Haas versus Ferrari, and the Haas driver beats the Ferrari driver, Ryan, who's on a quicker tyre. As now we go back on board with a battle of Jack, who has actually dropped off the pace a bit actually from Sidecar, a whole second.
He's on old supers now.
Oh yeah, I do admit, however, there is another battle. Correa and Voodoo right now.
But yeah, Voodoo and Little Beast, I don't think
we
will see.
Oh, sorry, I thought someone mistake.
Straight away, I think Voodoo needs a little more heat into his tires. It might look like they've started to heat up now.
However, the gap to the leader from...
He has a small look up into the last quarter.
The gap to the leader currently right now from Oz and MC is 10 seconds. That's how much he's gained in his team, and has made a pit stop. Let's look how much time Voodoo gained on Correa then.
Yeah, Correa had a lock up in the last corner. It made him roll.
Oh, Voodoo's making a lunge on the inside of the hairpin.
Going for a lunge, but
Correa's smart, goes for the switch back. What a smart move he tried there. Well, I have to admit, 12 laps, or sorry, 13 lap supers aren't the best. Is he going to go for a lunge? No, he's smart. He doesn't go for the lunge. He knows his tyres are almost dead.
Yeah, he locked up massively if you didn't see it.
I didn't see, I didn't get the best camera view there. As corner of my eye, I believe Nexus, Cats and Ryan are having a huge ding-dong battle at the leader pits. The leader is in the pits. What tyres is he going on? He's
behind his teammate.
Oh, he'll be miles behind. I think he'll be like 5 seconds behind his teammate. His teammate's made a perfect strategy call, I believe.
He's going to be right.
Yep, his teammate's passed. Where is Voodoo? Voodoo is already coming on the final straight. This is no, Voodoo will get past, but it's going to be in between Correa. However, the battle with Ryan and Nexus Cats.
Right behind Voodoo, but he's on fresh
Well, I've got to say, Ryan is right behind Nexus Cats right now, both on the Ultras, both on not newest tyres anymore.
Jorge on those old supers looks to be struggling big time right now.
See, the gap was actually bigger between Cooper and his teammate, 9.4 seconds. Wow, I thought Cooper could win this race, but he's made not the best strategy call right now.
This Ocean is right behind Michael now.
We'll go back on board.
Just a matter of a few corners, and it will get a move into turn 2. If it doesn't go for a move into turn 1, nah, he's not close enough for that. But
look how much he gains in the braking zone.
Yeah, that's just fresh ultras.
It's going on the inside. I had a glitch on this game.
It will be an easy move.
What a move. But I had a glitch where he just made that move where my wheel came off by touching the grass.
Look at this, Michael is trying to come back. His tyres just doesn't have the grip.
Nah, his tyres are dead. Jamie Morris's will be dead soon.
This too, though. Cooper is all over the rear of Voodoo at the moment.
Voodoo is on a set of softs. I believe these two McLarens will have to pit again.
Cooper goes down to turn 3 and he makes it stick 2.
Voodoo still could be in the chance of winning this race since he is on the soft tyre. Especially if rain is coming, because it is getting cloudier now, so if there is a chance of rain.
Oh, but you and me both know that if rain's coming here, you can't stay on 6. Rain will hit hard if it comes.
I do admit, I remember that from experience after PSGL, where it was Inters at the start and then everybody else except me went to set supers and everybody else went to ultras and they struggled. So as Jamie Morris finally pits, as Cooper sets the fastest lap, so he's lapping quicker than his teammate. Saying that with Jamie with that bit of contact, he's still 5th, so he's doing quite well. As Oz and MC is in the lead by 1.5. Oh, the rain's coming. The rain has arrived.
It's right behind Jamie now.
The rain has arrived, my friend. Already raining, so it's starting to rain. This isn't good for the guys on the ultras. This has now opened the door for Voodoo. This has opened the door for Voodoo big style. Now, because the ultras will go off before the soft runners, because I remember in France
they will be worse before the soft tires. But like I said, though, Austria, if the rain comes, it will hit hard at some point, and it's probably gonna hit hard after just a few laps. Which means that the guys who pitted a few laps ago onto ultras might have done a better choice than the guys.
But what about Cooper's teammate in the lead? He's on 7 laps ultras.
Oh yeah, he's in a good position.
Saying that, actually somebody else who's in a good position is Michael. 12 laps supers and he's 2nd.
Yeah, there you see Michael. Right now Michael is just sticking out until the rain hits hard enough.
Smart strategy. I did that with the Inters, but reverse in the weather.
I wonder why nobody at the beginning, if they knew rain was coming, why nobody outside of the top 10 opted to go on soft tires, because those would have had it easy still. I
do admit the soft tires not the easiest to warm up, especially around here since it's a short track.
No, like those, like when people around lap 14 and stuff, the soft tires would have been better than the supers.
Oh. There's a big battle forming between a Sauber driver and a Haas driver right now. Both are engine powered. Korea and Nexus Cats right now. As Michael pits.
Oh, he couldn't take those,
he must have been in punch territory. What tyre? He's going on a set of softs.
And it's pitting to softs.
That may have been a mistake now, because if the rain is going to hit very hard soon.
I'm telling you.
Oh, as Nexus Cat's tyres almost went off the cliff already. He almost lost it. As Michael is now in 10th, coming out on the track. But I wonder when Little Pierce and Jack are going to pit. Sorry, Korea and Jack are going to pit, because they're both on 18 lap supers.
They're both trying to stick it out.
Oh, there's yellows in sector 2. Who is that?
That I don't know.
We did get yellows in sector. It might have been because Lotus has pitted.
Oh,
no.
Lotus is the first one.
Oh, first one in Inters. But he's about to get lapped.
Because this will show how if the Inters, when the Inters will be ready.
True, but if he's not careful, he will get lapped. Yellows again in sector 2. I don't know what the yellows are for. Oh, it might be yeah. No, I believe it might have been Brock. It could have been Brock or Jack. No, it's Jack. Jack's got a puncher. Right rear. Jack has got a puncher. Those tyres were dead. So Michael did make the best strategy there.
Little piece though, he's still sticking out on his tires.
Oh, has he got a puncher? There is a puncher forming though. I believe there is a puncher forming on his right rear. You can see it bubbling a bit. Oh, that might be just the game's physics. Oh, he locks up again.
He doesn't have a puncture. He can't be far from a puncture though.
Oh, this isn't good from Jack. Jack needs to get in the pits before the lead. Oh, Jack spins on the final corner. This isn't good. This could be a problem for the leader. And the leader is going on the final lap. Oh, he gets in the way of Jack. Oh my God. Oz and MC has been, again, has had a collision with Jack. Jack has been unfortunate today, as now that has handled the Cooper, the race lead.
Question now is, how is it ready for Inters? Because Correa is certainly.
Ozin will be furious with Jack and also furious with this game as he's left the session. He has called it quits.
This Correa is going on for another lap. Still on 19 laps all, well 20 laps all supers now actually.
Well, the max I took those supers once was 23, so that's the max lifespan you can have, so he's still got a few laps left. However, Jack is not being the best today in the instance.
You gotta remember though, he has battled, he has locked up a few times. That doesn't help for your tire wear.
Oh, he's locked up again.
He locks up again, yeah.
But the rears are the first. I believe the rears will go first. However, Michael has made another mistake in the hairpin. However, he locks up again. However, we've got to talk about one driver who had a puncher, who was unfortunate to be in the incident with us in MC, but also the incident with James, same corner. So Jack's having a very terrible day around here and around that corner especially.
JME right behind next to Voodoo, by the way.
Yeah, he is right. However, there is blue flags. However, I've got to stay on board with Correa. Will Correa pit? I think he is. No, he's not. He's staying out for another lap. So if you could stay on board with him, I believe. Oh, do we? Oh, right. Oh, yeah, we do. With Jamie.
Michael is right behind Jorge now too, but I think Jorge will let him go. He can't afford to fight on those old tires. Doesn't look like he is either.
I don't know what strategy Correa is trying to pull here.
He's trying to pull it in the one stop.
Oh, Jamie has to be careful. He has to give the car room there. Nice and clean so far, but he has to remember. He doesn't want to see what happened at the start happen again. What actually, hang on, I've got to give him credit there. What a move round the outside.
Correa is actually passing Michael again.
Oh, huge lock up on the right front. However, Michael is now approaching. Hang on, there's yellows in sector 3. Is that who I think it is? No, there is no punchers. I don't know who that is. Someone is off in sector 3. It's Lotus, I believe. Oh no, it's Jack. Jack has retired from the session. Someone has gone off. I believe that was Michael. No, it wasn't. Who's gone off? Oh, Nexus Lotus is having connection problems.
So Jorge goes into pit. Is it ready for Inters yet?
Yeah, I believe it is ready for Inters now.
I don't think he will be pitting onto another tire than Inter. He has one option now, and that is to try to go on Inter and hope that it starts to hit hard enough if it isn't yet.
But I was right about one thing. The soft runners will catch the ultras quickly, and Jamie Morris is already starting to catch up with Cooper.
Well, you know, I'm looking forward to see how far up Little Piece can go now, because I don't think it's Inter yet, but it could also be pulling off a good strategy by doing this, although I do believe he's too far behind for the win. He's probably too far behind for the I guess we're gonna have to see, but next Voodoo is pitting, Sidecar is pitting, and
for Inters, both for Inters, so it must be Inters right now. Ryan is in the pits. Nexus Cat is in the pits, so it's Inters time, ladies and gentlemen. These drivers made the best call. As Ozan MC and Jack, as Ozan MC is not happy with Jack, however Jack did have a puncture, so I don't believe Ozan will have an interview with Jack. He'd be very furious right now. Fortunately, I don't know what was with the incident with James. Hopefully that can be worked out. As currently the only driver who's still on ultra soft tyre is Cooper, and has got a 10-second lead over Jamie. Hang on, am I dreaming? What has happened to Jamie? Sorry, not Jamie, Jamie Morris. What has happened to him? Well, I'm seeing like bugged cars and stuff like that. What is going on? As Jamie finally pits, however, Cooper is still out. Cooper has got front wing damage. He's going for a new front wing. Ryan is on board with Nexus Cat. However, Michael finally pits on a set of Inters. It has to be Inters. I don't believe it is actually. The Supers are doing better than the Inters right now. Ryan promotes to 5th against the set of Inter driver Nexus Cats, who's on fresh Inters and is struggling already. Oh, there's a battle actually in front. Sidecar and Jamie Morris. Renault versus Toro Rosso. DRS is now disabled. This is the best time for Cooper to pit. Is Cooper pitting? Cooper's just nursing the car home. Will Ozan MC, not Ozan MC, will Cooper take the lead with Adrian Suttle number, I've just noticed. As he's coming out on track. I do believe the lobby is having a bit of a connection problem, or it's just me, I don't know. As Cooper is now coming out on track. Voodoo doesn't get the best exit. However, Cooper has made the best strategy call. However, Ryan is the only one on dry tyres.
Staying on dry tyres.
I do believe the dry tyres was still the best tyre choice last lap, but this lap it's game over.
Interesting.
They are fresh as well, so if he made a mistake in the pits, you know, oh Jesus, what a dive. That was a huge dive. Yeah, he lets him back through. That was very clean racing there from Nexus Cats. Great sportsmanship there.
Letting him through was good sportsmanship, although that dive was far from it.
Oh, I do admit that dive was a bit ambitious.
I mean, it's like last time I saw something like that got to have been when driving against you or so.
Did you just say against me? Oh, so it's like that. Alright, well, my co-commentator is deciding to say I'm a dirty driver. Well, we'll just remember this.
Shots fired.
So, however, we will stay on board with this battle between two Inter runners. Right on the outside of Ryan.
The tail of Cooper right now.
Ferrari versus McLaren again.
In turn 2. The Ferrari, however, is not going as deep as we saw Nexus Cats earlier.
Well, he's not going as deep as he did early on Cooper, actually. As Cooper is just relaxing right now. However, I did say Voodoo's is in the chance to win this race.
Not relaxing.
There may be some game plan here. His tyres will be fresher. Yeah, what is Ryan doing? I don't know what the Ferrari mechanics are doing. I think they're doing a Sebastian Vettel in Germany where he crashed, bottling up strategy and stuff like that. Well, you know, bottling strategies as Ferrari usually does. It's currently Nexus Cat and Michael are having a huge ding-dong battle right now for 5th place. Actually, Voodoo's actually pulled a bit of a gap to Cooper.
Good exit from turn 1 is if he wants to get back past Voodoo. Right now he's just a little too far behind without DRS.
I believe Voodoo's actually got an inter set up because the way he's exiting those corners are actually quite nice. As there is a lap car ahead of Voodoo.
Definitely looking like the quicker driver at the moment. As he's extending his lead right now.
Excuse me for a minute, my friend, I'm just getting a quick drink.
Oh, we will not excuse you as... that is Ocean's AI driving around. This is why you don't like people leaving from sessions. And this has gifted Cooper an opportunity to be back in the battle for first as...
there's yellows in sector 3. Why do I have a weird feeling that was Nexus Cats?
I think it was, but Toro Rosso is moving over. That is Brock, I presume. Jamie's...
No, it could have been Brock actually, yeah.
And look at this. Cooper...
Oh, Voodoo gets a 3-second time penalty. So does Ryan. This could affect Voodoo. Voodoo is pulling away. He is in... Well, there is no DRS anymore, so he's now actually pulling away. Cooper is in big trouble. If he wants to win this race, he has to get the lead. He has to gain. And there's one thing to gain on somebody. It's a total different option to pass somebody, especially in these conditions. Currently this battle isn't now becoming a battle anymore since Voodoo is now slowly but surely pulling away from Coops right now, as Ryan is losing a lot of time on those full wet tyres. I don't know what's going through his head right now. As Jamie Morris is very slowly catching on the top 2 actually. It is now lap 30, lap 36. Has Jamie Morris got the chance to win this race or even get a better position what he's in second? He's currently a 3rd, could get a 2nd possibly if he starts hammering now. He needs to start pushing the car. Hopefully his teammate gets out of the way. He is a lap down, I believe. Michael is also catching on sidecar currently, who's in 4th. The next cat has lost a lot of time out of those yellows in sector 3. Is that Brock? No, it is Ryan on the full wets. He needs to get out of the way. He's retired on track. Now that could be a big problem for the rest of the drivers. Stay on board with Archie right now. Hopefully it doesn't know. Good AI. It gets out of the way. So Ryan has gave up on the full wet strategy. And it's called it a day. I do admit though, it wasn't the best tyre choice. Those wets must have overheated instantly within 2 laps. Still no battles currently right now, as however Jamie Morris is absolutely flying. Getting a 2nd a lap, but there's only 5 laps remaining. Also 6 laps remaining, roughly 65 laps. Has he got time to gain 7.3 seconds? I don't believe so, especially if that his teammate is holding up a tiny bit. However, Voodoo is now put a gap to Cooper to 2 seconds. He has a 3-second time penalty. All he has to do is pull it one more time. as Nexus Cat spins into turn 1. This is a very problem. Luckily he's got no one near him, I believe. He's currently in 7th. So was there contact between him and Carrera? I don't know. There's no damage visibly on Nexus Cat's car, but Carrera, yep, no damage either. Don't know what that was. Back on board with Jamie Morris, already 6.5 seconds. The gap is however sidecar is also 6.2 seconds off Jamie Morris. He's now started to lose a lot more time, I believe. However, Cooper is now within that 3-second threshold of Voodoo. Voodoo does have that penalty. I don't believe Cooper has one, however, this is a nice camera view. So I believe, who has the fastest lap? Actually, Cooper still does have the fastest lap, so if Cooper won this race, he would do the triple. Get Paul with the fastest lap, well, you get Paul fast lap anyway, and also win this race and start from pole at the start. Jamie Morris is now 5.4. He is flooring it. Next cat gets a 3-second time penalty. It's unfortunate. Current time it's Ryan, Nexus Jack Fox, Graham, Nexus Dynamic, who is James, AVLNYK, I believe is Stoke, and George Roberts retired at the start, and Wayne unfortunately couldn't start as he lagged out of the session, I believe. Jeremy Morris is now 4.2. Cooper is now 4.3 from Voodoo. 4.3. So it's actually Voodoo who's pulling away from Cooper as Jamie Morris is gaining on pursuit.
Game over.
But if Cooper hasn't got a penalty, the current gap right now will be 1.2 with that penalty on place. So Cooper needs to dig deep if he wants first.
Well, I mean, I haven't noticed if they have more penalties or not. But I guess that depends. You can see if Cooper is pushing or not.
I believe he is pushing.
Voodoo is pushing very much, so
he may have
could be
more.
that he has another pen.
Possibly. There was a few penalties from ignoring yellow flags. Now, if it was a 5-second, it needs to. Voodoo will have to pull it to 7 seconds, I believe, or 6, something like that. As Jamie Morris is now 4.1, not gaining as much he did last lap. Only gained 4 tenths. Only a few laps left. Will Voodoo win this race? Or could Cooper win this? Or could both of them, Bottle and Jamie Morris, will win this race? We don't know. Find out on the final few laps to go, as there is no other battles on track right now, so I will stay on board with Voodoo right now.
Cooper is also pushing now.
Oh, just saying, mate, Ryan, who was on the wet tyres, lost it on the last corner.
Got to say, I'm not too surprised. Those wets can't have been ready.
Well, they must have overheated instantly, so... Voodoo is absolutely flying. 4.4 seconds the gap is to Cooper. However, Cooper has now settled the gap a tiny bit. It was 4.5 last lap. It's now 4.589 now. So Cooper has lost time. Only two laps left. The sidecar has lost actually a chunk of time, lost 6 seconds within a few laps. It's now 12.2 from Jamie Morris. So Jamie Morris must be flying. He's currently now, the gap is 2.8. Last lap it was 4.1. Do you believe Jamie could get second within the 2 laps, or is it impossible?
No. It's too much. Cubes is pushing Jamie.
Oh, Cooper and Voodoo are now in the 5-second threshold.
What I'm wondering is if Voodoo has another penalty or not, because he is still pushing. Cooper is still also pushing, and Cooper must have done a mistake or something. Jamie is 1.7 behind now.
Possibly.
I think we might see a small battle between those two in the end.
As now Voodoo is now on the final lap. Will he be the man in the throw to win Austria and beat the McLaren of Cooper, who started in pole, who has currently got the fastest lap, and who led from the start of the race? It's unfortunate though, because Cooper had a good run today, I believe. He's had a very good race. However, Cooper is now pushing again. Now the gap's 4.3 to Voodoo. Jamie Morris is in the 1.1 second threshold, but it's the final lap. If there was a few more laps, he possibly could get second. Actually, hang on a minute. So, oh no, that isn't. Oh no, it's just Renault getting out of the way for Voodoo. However, Voodoo is going to come across the final corner to win Austria of the NRL League. Voodoo wins in Austria. As Cooper just gets second. Oh no, Cooper still wins the race. Jamie Morris takes second. Voodoo drops to third. Wow. He had a lot of penalties. That is very unlucky from him. Sidecar has run out of fuel, I believe. As he takes fourth, Michael will just come home in P5. As Correa, who I believe started 8th, will get 6th place, and he seems happy with it. So next is Katz, who made a few mistakes there, not being on form, but he'll bounce back in the next race. Is in 7th, who is furious and chucks his car into the wall and crosses the line. As Archie is just getting absolutely soaked on track. Just wants to bring the car home and finish the race. It's been a great race from today. Thank you for the awesome commentary, Sidecar. It's been a great race. I do believe could have been better at the start. There was a few incidents. However, the McLaren takes a top step at the podium. Fortunately, that's not like in the real life F1, but hopefully it will be back there one day. As Voodoo takes third, and Jamie Morris has done quite well. I mean, he was involved in an incident. He has done very well today to take second. So there you have it. Your top three is Cooper. Jamie Morris is in P2 with Voodoo with how many penalties? If you'll tell me. 15 seconds worth of penalties in third. Sidecar gets fourth in the Renault, who started sixth. However, my driver of the day, in my opinion, is actually Jamie Morris. Even though he caused, I think, an accident, or he was involved with an accident, started 17th and got second. So he's done quite well today. Also, Michael's done very well to get 5th from 18th. Who's your driver of the day then, Sandra?
Jamie. No question about it.
So we both agree on that. Well,
regardless his incident early, I can't remember exactly what that was, but still, with that into account, 17th to second, definitely driver of the day.
Well then, it's been a very good race today. I don't believe we do interviews unless we do, and we'll do them next week. It's been a great race from all the drivers. A few dodgy moves now and then, but still a good race to watch, great race to watch, and love doing comms with my best mate Sandra. So this is this has been Nexus Clone on this account, Neon on the Skirts Representative Jared Fosbury, joined in the commentary booth by Sondre Sauerhog is Zexa. Oh, wait, it says it.
No, 33 XDR.
That's the one.
It is supposed to be complicated. Although he doesn't get it right. That's
well, thank you very much for watching this race. We'll see you hopefully next week. I believe it is. Apparently, it's Germany. I believe. But I'll see you guys then. Goodbye for now.